guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades. Let's dive into some analysis here. So Bitcoin getting a big bounce off of that, big wick down here, 102 or whatever you want to call it, 106 or sorry, 109. Some exchanges, but at the moment, I feel like we may come back down and take out some of these pivots at 109,700. We almost did it today, but we didn't quite get it. So I'm thinking either the low is already in and we're going to do some sort of bit of a complicated like pattern here. You could call this some sort of like 1-2, and then it's going to take off, right? Later on. And for this, like in terms of a target, like what would we give, right? We'd have to call it either it's in a flat at the moment. You either have to call this a flat, and yeah, because you didn't take out that pivot. 45, 1 hour. Yeah. So you could, I mean, you could force a pivot, or sorry, a flat. And again, it's not best to force things, but if you do want to try and dip by it down here, then you have levels at 108 between 105. And this is actually where I was already initially targeting. Some just a sweep of 109, 108, 107. So maybe we can come down here tomorrow and we can get a nice little dip, right? Okay, so we have some sort of impulse A, B, 1, 2, 3, C. What's our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? So maybe we can do this tomorrow. You could also make the case, do we have an impulse? Let me just double check. Yeah, no, we don't have an impulse. I don't think, because we haven't taken out that high. If we took out that high, it would have been different. But now, it looks like we're just going to pull back. All right. So, yeah. Basically, that should be our target right now. Gotta be patient with it. We'll let it come to us. In the event that this is a 1, right? And that instead of this being the 1, this is a 1, I can give you guys a secondary dip buy, which would be right around here in a similar area, right? So you got kind of two levels here between. Well, the initial one would be the flat, and then you have a secondary dip buy. So let's see what happens in the event that it is actually a A, B, C. Then you should get a pretty nasty sell-off, pretty nasty, and then a big bounce afterwards. Okay. And then we could take a look at not wave edge, market cipher. So market cipher, let's start off with the larger time frames. Shifting back to the bearish mode again. Red dot, green dot, red dot, green dot. Now we're back on the red dot with the bearish dual band strength index number, just like we got here before a big reversal, right? And then 4-day time frame, also some bearish dual band strength index numbers, bearish on the daily, the 2-day, the 3-day. The 12-hour, pretty neutral. We're in red money flow, but are we just going to spend a little bit of time again in the red and then a lot of time in the green? Remains to be seen. 6-hour, it's kind of bouncing in and out of green. Actually, yeah, no, it's remaining in green money flow. I think it's the 4-hour that's cutting back into the red at the moment. So the 4-hour is indicating that we could see some more downside before it's all said and done. Same thing for the 1 hour. The 1 hour, we had some green here, but now it's flipping back into the red. 30-minute is already in the red and showing that we should be selling off any time now. So this can happen at any moment. And then the most important one is I look at wave edge and also these 7-hour RSI bands. So it looks like we're still going to dip a little bit lower, right around 108,000. Which is where our dip buy area is. I'm hoping we can tag it. We haven't tagged it. We were pretty close today. We didn't quite get there. I think we're going to get there tomorrow, right? We could get there tomorrow and hit 108,000, and then maybe we can get a bounce then. Again, we'll know more. These are 7-hour candles, so this can change. It can update itself. It can be a little bit more complicated, right? complex correction. Continue to be patient with it. We'll take a look at the daily on wave edge as well. Wave edge, no new signals. The 12-hour doesn't have any new signals as well. The 8-hour, 7-hour, and 6-hour, nothing new. It's 3-hour. You had a big dip by here. We already got that reaction. The 1-hour time frame, getting some red crosses. Pay attention to the bearish ones on the smaller time frames because we are short term in a downtrend right now. So these are shorting opportunities. So you got one here. I'm betting this is going to play out into the 108 area tomorrow. 30-minute and the 15-minute, no new signals. So yep, that's basically it. Keeping a close eye on things and remaining bullish because the count hasn't really changed. I mean, the bigger picture time frame initial count was invalidated, but we have a secondary one. All right, but now if this were to break, now we're going to have to reassess a little bit because then it starts to get a little bit more bearish. And you'd have to say that, hey, maybe we are going to get a much deeper pullback and it's going to go into the 98s to the 88s, but I'm not ready to say that. I'm not ready to invalidate the whole run yet. You know, a lot of people are, but that's fine. They can remain bearish if they want. I'm going to stay on my account and, you know, continue to give analysis. Okay. So that's basically it, guys. I'm thinking that this is a pretty bullish count. This is a successful bounce from a flat target, and we're looking to add into this area if we can sweep the lows here and come down into it. Okay, so that's it. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. If you guys want to get access to my trades, the link is in the description. Peace.